He said it, though. The exact words he used were that because of the steps we took, there are about 2 million Americans working right now who would otherwise be unemployed. That doesn't mean new jobs. You remember that President Obama has been very adept at using the expression saved or created jobs. Now, we have been working on this here at the stimulus desk all week. We've been talking to our researchers. It's very hard to verify what jobs weren't eliminated. He referred to tens of thousands are cops, firefighters, correctional officers, and first responders. We've heard that out of the White House as well. That's a reference to a number of workers who have had their jobs preserved because of state and municipal shortfalls in their budget. Those were made up for by the federal government, by the Stimulus Act. So again, unclear as to what's new and what's not new. What we do know is that recipients of stimulus money, all of these projects we've got in front of us that this desk is working on, have claimed that until the third quarter, the end of the third quarter of 2009, end of September, 640,000 jobs were created by the Stimulus Act. On Saturday, we'll have an update to that, but that's as far as we can verify. The White House says that it's between 1.5 and 2 million jobs. The president did say in his speech tonight, we are on track to add another 1.5 million jobs to this total by the end of the year. Again, unverifiable numbers, but the White House is getting closer to putting out the same number every time they make a statement or a speech.
Yeah, I think that was the first time we heard specifically from the president saying that 2 million people are working today thanks to that economic stimulus plan. Tom Foreman is taking a look at some of the other facts that were included by the president. What else are you finding?
Well, you know, Wolf, we were looking at what he said about taxes. Listen to this very strong statement from the president about tax cuts.
Let me repeat. We cut taxes. We cut taxes for 95% of working families. We cut taxes for small businesses. We cut taxes for first-time home buyers. We cut taxes for parents trying to care for their children. We cut taxes for 8 million Americans paying for college.
Now, it may surprise a lot of the president's critics out there to find that this really is a true statement. They, in fact, did cut this in the giant stimulus plan earlier in the year. However, the complaint of critics has been all along that there are people out there who didn't pay taxes in the first place, who still got a tax credit, so they weren't really given a tax cut. And beyond that, they say, there's a difference between an overall cut in the tax rate that lasts for a long time and people can count on, and a stimulus, which is a one-time cut or reduction that might help you for a little while. So they would argue that that was also somewhat false. We have other facts that we have to look at here, but we'll get back to those as we go on this evening. That was just one we wanted to look at, Wolf, and there are many more as we look at the Taliban and public health insurance. We'll get back to those later on.
All right. He also said that people earning more than $250,000 a year, they can expect a tax increase, among others. Stand by. We're going to go through all the facts with you and with Allie. Jessica Yellen is in Columbus, Ohio. She's been with a focus group, to see what they think. We're going to check in with her as our coverage continues.
A song by Paul Beckman, Paul Rainbow song created January 27, 2010, using the guitar chords F major 7, E minor, and A minor. The song is going to be called And Now the Pundits Go On and On. And now the pundits are gonna talk on and on, looking at the facts. Hopefully they can be as objective as that. Half the time, some of the time, most of the time, sometimes they alter the facts. They read them, they find something in them. They lean this way or that. Listening to the pundits is not always as accurate as you would have thought or think it could be at. When it is, it's good. When it's not, it's not. When it is, it's good. When it's not, it's not. Have to just take everything with a grain of salt and question authority every time. And question authority of what you hear and see every time.